So the holidays are so close. Oh, just take a deep breath. They're so, so close. We can almost smell it. In fact, right now, it smells like mouth-watering roast leg of lamb. Joining us today is lamb and mutton Lambassador, if you will, Ilse van Merwe from The Food Fox. And she's going to show us how to make a really easy, tick that box, and delicious, tick that box, festive treat for a very festive lunch. We love South African lamb, Ilse. Is it the best lamb in the world?
I would say so, for sure, yes. And in our country, you can taste the terroir in the specific regions. You can taste when it comes from the Karoo, you can taste when it comes from the Overberg. And yeah, today we're going to cook with a beautiful boneless piece of leg. It's a small piece, but you're going to stretch it far because we're going to serve it with, you know, Mediterranean style, with cooked pasta, in this case orzo or rosmarino, and a wonderful zippy chimichurri dressing. So this piece is already roasted. And the nice thing about this dish is you can also use some leftover roasted lamb from the previous day. So if you've had some fantastic lamb on your Christmas day and you want something lighter to cook
and you
the
do
next
need
day,
something. I always think, like, by the time you reach Boxing Day, you're like, you can't actually eat anymore. Like, South Africans embrace a festive meal, and I love this. I love the fact that it's economical as well.
Perhaps you can carve on while I make
with pleasure, with absolute pleasure.
So chimichurri is originally from Argentina, I think, but it's in the family of green sauces called salsa verde, which is also from Italy. They call it, you know, pesto and salsa verde green sauce, and it's such a nice addition to meat or pasta or anything. It just zhuzhes up any meal, and it's super easy to make. So I've got some coriander and parsley in here. You're going to add 1 small clove of garlic.
Sorry, the smell's coming off this.
It is.
This leg is just absolutely amazing.
It's just perfectly roasted.
Oh, that's lovely.
And then some extra virgin olive oil in here. I'm going to keep some for drizzling later. I've got red wine vinegar, just a tablespoon or 2. And then where this chimichurri, I'm going to quickly use your knife here, is different than salsa verde, is that it contains a little bit of chili. Are you averse to chilies?
Not at all. No,
okay, can I put this whole thing?
No, gooi 'em.
Okay.
The bird's eye chili is actually one of my favorite things. We have it in, my girl and I we love chili, absolutely adore it.
Fantastic.
And the bird's eye chili is my favorite actually at the moment. That's my...
It's the easiest one, you know. The bird's eye is the one that we find here in South Africa and in Africa most of the time. This way around, hey?
There we go, nailed it.
And you can obviously also do it with by hand, but if you have a little blender like this, it just makes everything a lot easier.
Makes it zippy. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, wow.
Is that perhaps the easiest recipe ever?
It's the vibrant green as well. And I think many people don't know, but lamb is actually a health booster. It's nutrient dense. It really does pack a punch. High in iron and vitamin B12 as well. South African lamb, much richer and higher in natural flavour because of the local stock roaming freely and feed on grass and shrubs. And you said that
terroir specific.
Terroir.
Yes, you could taste the whatever they eat and where they are from. And specifically, a small leg of lamb is a little bit of a leaner cut. So if you're scared of having lamb chops every day, rather have some of the...
And of course, in a roast like this, a lot of that fat is going to render into the meat, and that's what gives you that gorgeous flavour.
So I've stirred half of this chimichurri now into the rosmarino. And at this stage, you can add some fresh... baby spinach leaves or rocket or anything like that. Just
but I love that, even more iron, beautiful. This is a very healthy dish as well. And the keyword is lamb. You SMS that to 33728 and we will send you our ingredients listed. You can be creating this beautiful, I'm going to call it post-Christmas lunch.
Yes, it is a good post-Christmas and also fantastic for serving at room temperature, you know. You don't always need to have large pieces of warm, hot food. It's so good. And then would you top it with some feta, please?
I will. I'm going to just use my fingers here.
Just
and we've crumbled it up.
Do it, do it.
Oh, this is stunning.
So it's salty and it's silky from the olive oil, and you have the richness of the lamb, and then this zippy dressing all over the top.
I wish you could be me right now and actually taste this lamb. In fact, I don't even know if it was as good as I remember it.
I'll just
seconds
give
ago.
it a sprinkle of
It is.
some salt and pepper. And then maybe on the side you could just have a squeeze of lemon if you prefer that. Let's put another one. And I think there's a knife and fork there if you'd like to taste some.
I would, it's my right. So while I do a little bit of a taste, you can go through a blow-by-blow of how we arrived at this beautiful end result. Wow.
Super easy. Really.
Oh, my word. You know, when you feel compelled to eat it like a judge on a cooking show, where you're like, and you've got to really get the mouth feel. My head is filled with the aromas of our chimichurri, the zestiness, that
Fresh
zing, as you
punch.
say, fresh.
Yes.
It really does lighten the lamb. But the lamb itself is the hero here. This is absolutely beautiful. Lamb to 33728, and you can be creating this masterful dish. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
So the beauty of this dish, I think, is how the freshness, undoubtedly, of that chimichurri cuts through the beautiful richness of the lamb, making this a combination, I think, a marriage of heaven. Absolutely beautiful. SMS the keyword lamb to 33728. Get the recipe sent straight to your phone. You'll be as happy as I am right now. In fact, again, I still can't remember if it's as good as I remember 3 seconds ago.
Have some more.
We're going to take a very, very quick ad break while I try to devour as much of this before my crew steps in.